Example 3. If the line 2x minus 3y plus 7 equals 0 is perpendicular to the line 3x plus ky minus 4 equals 0, find the value of k. So what we're going to do is get both lines, both equations, in the form of y equals mx plus c. So starting off with the first line, so 2x minus 3y plus 7 is equal to 0. So we're going to carry the 2x and the plus 7 over the equal sign, and they will change signs. So the 2x will become minus 2x, and the 7 will become minus 7. So we bring down the minus 3y, that doesn't change because it hasn't moved, it's still on the left of the equal sign. So then we have the equals. Then the 2x came over and became minus 2x, and the 7 came over and became minus 7. Now we want to get the y on its own. We want to solve for y, make y the subject of the formula so that it's in this format, the format of y equals mx plus c. So to do that, to get the y on its own, we have to divide by minus 3. But we have to divide each term by minus 3. So dividing each term by minus 3 divided by minus 3 is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So we get 1y, or just y. And then minus 2 divided by minus 3 is positive 2 over 3. So minus divided by minus is a plus. And then minus 7 divided by minus 3 is positive 7 over 3. So now our line is in the form of y equals mx plus c. So y equals 2 over 3x plus 7 over 3. So the 2 over 3 is the m, the slope. So the slope is 2 over 3. So then we do the same with the second line. So we have 3x plus ky minus 4 is equal to 0. Now I know there's a k this time, but the steps are still the exact same. We want to get the y on its own. So we're going to carry the 3x and the minus 4 over the equal sign, and they will change signs. So we bring down the ky, that doesn't change because it doesn't move, it's still to the left of the equals. The 3x comes over and becomes minus 3x, the minus 4 comes over and becomes plus 4. Now to get the y on its own, we divide by what's stuck in front of the y, which is k, so we divide each term by k. And k divided by k is 1, anything divided by itself is 1, so we get 1y, which is just y. And minus 3 divided by k is just minus 3 over k, and we have an x stuck on. And 4 divided by k is going to be just 4 over k. So now we have our line in the form y equals mx plus c. So we can just read off the slope. So the slope is m, which is whatever is stuck onto the x. So the slope is minus 3 over k. Now we know that the lines are perpendicular. So we know that their slopes multiply to give minus 1. So 2 over 3 multiplied by minus 3 over k will give us minus 1. So we can do that and then solve for k. But you might actually notice that the first slope is positive and the second slope is negative. And the first slope is 2 over 3 and the second slope is going to be 3 over something. So if we flip the 2 over 3 upside down and get the reciprocal, we get 3 over 2. So we get the negative reciprocal to get a perpendicular slope. So hopefully you can notice that if we flip 2 over 3 upside down, we get 3 over 2. So k must be 2. But let's solve it algebraically anyway. So perpendicular slopes multiply to give minus 1. You must learn this off. So 2 over 3, that's the first slope, multiplied by minus 3 over k, that's the second slope. They should multiply to give minus 1. So we're going to do top by top, bottom by bottom. So 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. And that's all going to be over 3 times k, which is 3k. Because a number times a letter, we stick them together. So 2 multiplied by minus 3 is minus 6. And 3 multiplied by k is 3k. Now that's equal to 1, and I'm going to rewrite that as that's equal to minus 1, and I'm going to rewrite it as minus 1 over 1. I want to change the minus 1 into a fraction. And you can change any whole number into a fraction by putting it over 1. Now I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to do 3k times minus 1, and then minus 6 times 1. So 3k times minus 1. So 3k times minus 1, and then I'm going to have my equals. And then minus 6 times 1. So 3k times minus 1 is minus 3k. And minus 6 times 1 is minus 6. Now solving for k, getting k on its own, we're going to divide by the number stuck in front of k. And the number stuck in front of k is minus 3. So we divide across on both sides by minus 3. And minus 3 divided by minus 3 is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So we get 1k, which is just k, on the left-hand side. And then minus 6 divided by minus 3 is 2. Because a minus divided by minus is a plus. So we do end up getting k is equal to 2. And that makes sense. That's what we thought it was. So 2 over 3 flipped upside down is 3 over 2. So, and one's a plus and one's a minus. So we originally thought k was 2, and now we've confirmed it algebraically. So from the previous slide, we worked out the first line to be, or the first equation to be y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 7 over 3. And we worked out the second equation to be y is equal to minus 3 over kx plus 4 over k. And we also worked out k to be 2. So that's just a summary of what we worked out in the last slide. That's the end of the question. They just asked us to find the value of k, but if they asked us to then find the equation of this second line, all we would have to do is replace those k's with 2. So I'm just going to show you what we would do if the question went on to ask you to find the equation. So we'd replace both of those k's, highlighted in yellow, with 2. So we'd have y is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 4 over 2. And then 4 over 2 is 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So we'd get y is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 2. So I've drawn them out here. So we can see the uphill line is y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 7 over 3. So that's this one here. So y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 7 over 3. And the downhill line is y is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 2. So that's this one here. Y is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 2. And we can see that they are in fact perpendicular. So just drawing in our sensible triangles. So for this line here, the downhill slope, so we can see it's a negative first of all, and that makes sense because the line is going downhill. We read a graph like we read a book from left to right, and this line is going downhill, going from left to right. So the rise is 3 and the run is 2. So rise over run, we've minus 3 over 2. Minus because it's going downhill, and 3 over 2 because we get the rise over the run. So rise over run, 3 over 2. And then for the uphill slope, the uphill lines, that's this one here. So this is y is equal to 2 over 3x plus 7 over 3. So it's positive, first of all, because it's going uphill, going from left to right. And the rise is 2 and the run is 3. So we get positive 2 over 3. So the rise is run and the 2 is 3. So rise over run, 2 over 3. So they are indeed perpendicular.